Well, hello, shirlierox here. Welcome to Ian Livingstone's Deathtrap Dungeon, an interactive video adventure. Now, I used to play many sort of games when I was younger, and one of the things I liked doing was the whole choose your own adventure type games, and this is a interactive video game where, as you can see, we've got quests to do, and we've got summaries of what you want to choose depending on what path you want to do. And if you don't know who Ian Livingstone is, he is an English fantasy author. Along with Steve Jackson, he co-founded a series of role-playing game books, Fighting Fantasy, and he's done loads and loads of books. He's also one of the co-founders of the prominent games company Games Workshop. So, as you can see here, this has got Eddie Marsan in this, who's been in such films as Fast and Furious and Deadpool 2. And yeah, he's the narrator for this. So we're going to start this off and we're going to go through this and have a little look at it. See what it's like. So we're going to reset and off we go.
Despite its name, Fang was an ordinary small town in a northern province of Chiang Mai, situated on the banks of a river. It made a convenient stopover for river traders and passengers throughout most of the year. A few barges, rafts, and sometimes even a large sailboat could usually be found moored at Fang. But all that was long ago, before the creation of the Trial of Champions. Now, once a year, the river is crammed with boats as people arrive from hundreds of miles around, hoping to witness the breaking of an ancient tradition and see a victor in the Trial of Champions.
Interesting. Now, one thing I like about this so far, I like the whole... Oh, it's not completely paused, is it? That freaked me out. He's blinking at me. So... yeah, I like the whole thing, the whole theme of this with sitting in the chair and it's like proper immersive with headphones on. So, give me a summary or tell me more about it. Let's have a summary.
Deep in the hillside, behind the town, lies a challenge created by a powerful Baron of Fang called Sukumvit, a labyrinth filled with deadly tricks, traps, and loathsome monsters from which there is only one exit.
That does not sound fun.
Each year, warriors and heroes come to Fang to face the Trial of Champions. Survival is unlikely, yet many take the risk.
Why?
The prize is great. A purse of 10,000 gold pieces and the freedom of Chiang Mai forever. This year,
sounds a good deal.
You will attempt what has become known as the walk, attracted to it for the simple fact that nobody has ever yet emerged victorious. In the morning,
ooh, nice.
You see Baron Sukumvit himself, with 5 others standing proudly in line, the violet scars displayed for all to see. There are 2 bare-chested barbarians dressed in furs, a sleek elven woman with golden hair and feline green eyes, a man covered head to foot in iron-plated armor, with a plumed helmet and a crested shield, and another cloaked in black robes with only his dark eyes showing between the swords of his black-faced scars.
Definitely a sorcerer.
A hush falls over the crowd as Baron Sukumvit steps forward, holding a stick.
Do I get to choose one of these players then?
You draw one from his outstretched hand and read the word 5th. The knight enters first. He salutes the crowd before disappearing into the tunnel. He is followed half an hour later by the elf, then a barbarian, and the dark assassin.
So I'm going last.
Next, it's your turn.
Yes.
But before embarking on your adventure, we must first determine your own strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
You have in your possession a sword, a shield, and a backpack for carrying provisions for the trip.
This is cool.
You have been preparing for your quest by training yourself in swordplay and exercising vigorously. To see how effective your preparations have been, dice will be rolled to determine your skill, stamina, and luck scores. Or, if you wish to begin your adventure immediately, you can choose between 3 ready-made adventurers.
Ooh, now what do I want to do? Let's roll.
First, we'll roll for your initial level of skill.
Okay.
This reflects your sword skill and fighting expertise, and will be determined by rolling 1 die and adding 6.
Hopefully it's a 6. Come on, be a 6. There we go. A 3. There. Can we just re-roll until we get a decent score then? Whoa! Yes. Yeah. Let's roll. Let's keep that one.
We'll roll for your initial stamina, which represents your strength. So the higher your stamina score, the longer you will survive.
You know I'm going for a 6 again.
By rolling 2 dice and adding 12.
Okay, so we want a good score for this. What the heck? You've got to be kidding me. I just rolled 2 6s. What's the odds of that?
Next, we'll roll for your initial luck.
Yes. Come on,
which
lucky.
represents how lucky an adventurer you are. Luck and magic.
Oh, luck and magic.
In the fantasy world you're about to explore.
Come on, give me high.
This is determined by rolling 1 die.
Okay, and what's
adding 6.
Yeah, it's a total score of 12. What's to stop me just keep re-rolling until I get a really high score, though? That's what I don't understand. 1. No, we're not having 1. No, come on. We want 6. Lucky 6. No, not lucky 3. Lucky 6. 1. I want 6. There we go. Let's get the best of everything.
You may also take a magical potion with you.
Ooh, which
to
one?
aid you on your quest.
Haste,
Each
stamina.
potion contains 2 measures, so can be used twice during an adventure. You can choose from a potion of skill that restores your skill points to their initial amount, a potion of strength that restores your stamina points to their initial amount, or a potion of fortune that not only restores your luck points to their initial amount, but will also increase your initial luck score by 1 each time it's used.
Ooh, which one should I go for? Let's go for strength.
Lastly, before you begin your quest,
Are you going to give me some meats?
you are given enough provisions for 10 meals. When you eat a meal, your stamina score will increase by 4 points. But don't forget, your stamina can never exceed the initial amounts you've just set.
So my stamina's 24, isn't it?
You have a long way to go, so use your provisions wisely.
Okay.
During your adventure, you'll enter into combat a number of times, and the further you go, the tougher your opponents will be. Combat takes place over several rounds, and your attack strength is based on yours and your enemy's skill scores. For each round of battle, we'll roll 2 dice for you and 2 for your opponent, adding the results to your skill scores. These are your respective attack strengths. Whoever's attack strength is the highest wins that round of combat. If you both had the same attack strength in a round, then it will be a tie.
Sounds simple
enough.
enough.
In some battles, you can take an opportunity to escape. But beware. If you do run away, your opponent will automatically score 1 hit on you as you flee, costing you 2 stamina points.
Ooh, no.
So be sure you have enough. Such is the price of cowardice.
You filthy
You
coward.
are playing using the new battle system, where the battle takes place over 3 rounds. Your sheer battle-hardened nature will mean you'll always win the battle after the 3 rounds, but every round you lose will cost you 2 stamina points.
so be careful. Losing all your stamina will still be fatal. At the start of each round, you'll have a short time to decide to fight or to build up your stamina by eating your provisions or taking a potion, if you have one.
Right. Let's just play it. Let's try without that system.
Now it is your turn to salute the crowd.
Now, how is
Holding
this
your
going to
violet
work with the
scarf
combat
aloft,
and the enemies?
You take one final deep breath of cool, fresh air before turning to pass between the stone-pillared gateway into Sukumvit's corridors of power to face unknown perils on the walk through the mighty Baron's Deathtrap Dungeon.
Wow. What the hell? It's like a movie. Look at it. Now, is this all going to be hand-drawn art?
The clamour of the excited spectators gradually fades behind you as you venture deep into the gloom of the cavern. Large crystals hang from the tunnel roof at 20-metre intervals, radiating just enough soft light for you to see your way. As your eyes gradually become accustomed to the near darkness, you begin to see movement all around. Spiders and beetles crawling up and down the chiseled walls disappear quickly into cracks and crevices as they sense your approach.
Where's everyone else gone
Rats and mice scurry along the floor ahead of you. Droplets of water drip into small pools with an eerie plopping sound which echoes down the tunnel. The air is cold, moist and dank. After walking slowly along the tunnel for about 5 minutes, you arrive at a stone table standing against the wall to your left. On it, there are 6 boxes, one of which has your name painted on its lid.
Now, if you come from the UK, you probably remember a TV show called Nightmare, and that is the sort of vibe I'm getting from this game from that. We used to get choices, and you'd have to choose something. I'm opening the box. It's got my name on it.
The lid of the box lifts off easily, and inside you find 2 gold pieces and a note written on a small piece of parchment addressed to you.
Okay, what does
After
it say?
placing the gold in your pocket, you read the message, which says, "Well done. At least you had the sense to stop and take advantage of the token aid given to you. Now I can advise you that you will need to find and use several items if you hope to pass triumphantly through my Deathtrap Dungeon. Signed, Sukumvit." Memorizing the advice on the note,
Well, that
you tear
helped
it
me
into
then.
tiny pieces and continue north along the tunnel, where you come to a junction.
Which way?
A white arrow painted on one wall points west. On the floor, you can see wet footprints made by those who entered before you. It's hard to be sure, but it looks as though 3 of them followed the direction of the arrow, while one decided to go east.
Now, we've got a choice. Do we follow the mass herd and go west? Or do we go off the beaten path? My initial reaction is I should go east. But then I also feel like, why is there a white arrow? If he's offered me advice for the chest, I think it's a trap. I'm going east. I'm going east. The whites.
Ahead,
I think it's a trap.
you can see a large obstruction on the tunnel floor. Although it is too dark to make out exactly what it is,
This doesn't sound good.
the wet, eastbound footprints you have been following carry on towards the obstruction.
What's it gonna be? I'm gonna continue.
You see that the obstruction is a large brown boulder-like object. You touch it
boulder-like.
with your hand and are surprised to find that it is soft and spongy.
It's not a spider's egg, is it? So, slice it open with your sword. I'm slicing it open.
Your sword easily pierces the thin outer casing of the giant spore ball.
Spore ball.
A thick brown cloud of spores bursts out of the ball
That's going to damage me.
and envelops you. Some of the spores stick to your skin and start to itch terribly.
No, that's a bad
you
idea.
lose 2 stamina points as great lumps come up on your face and arms, and your skin feels as if it is on fire. Frantically scratching your itching lumps, you step over the now deflated spore ball. Pressing on east, you turn
Bad
left,
choice.
which heads north for as far as you can see. The footprints you are following start to peter out as the tunnel becomes gradually drier. Soon you are beyond the dripping roof and the pools on the floor. You notice the air becoming hotter, and you find yourself panting even though you are walking quite slowly. In a small recess on the left-hand wall, you see a section of bamboo standing on its end.
Torch.
Lifting it down, you see it is filled with a clear liquid.
Yeah, torch.
Your throat is painfully dry,
Oh.
and you feel a little dizzy from the heat in the tunnel.
Whoa. Let's do it. Let's
The
drink
water
it.
in the bamboo pipe is welcomely refreshing and adds 1 stamina point.
Okay, we're only 1
It
point
also
down then.
contains a magical solution,
Ooh.
which will
What's it?
enable you to be exposed to melting point temperatures without harm.
Well, that's handy.
Discarding the bamboo, you start off north again.
If we hadn't took that, we'd be in
good
trouble.
spirits. You find yourself dripping with sweat as the temperature continues to rise.
Well, we
As
don't
you struggle
care.
on, the heat intensifies
We're
until
fine.
it becomes so unbearable that you feel yourself begin to pass
Oh.
out.
Oh, wow, that's a weird
Although
effect.
the temperature in the tunnel is higher than you could normally tolerate, the liquid from the bamboo pipe keeps you alive, and mercifully, after a few moments, the temperature drops rapidly and soon feels almost cool again. On the left-hand side of the tunnel is a closed door.
Which
It has a
way?
small iron plate in it, which looks like it might slide open.
Well, I've got the heat protection. Let's try and slide it open.
The small plate slides open easily, and you find yourself peering into a room with a deep pit in the floor behind the door. On the opposite wall, there is a coil of rope hanging on one of 2 iron hooks.
do we want to... Yeah, let's go and get the rope.
The door swings open into
We're
the
going to
room.
get trapped in this room. We are going to get
You
trapped.
Step back and jump over the pit. You put the rope in your backpack and jump back over the pit to leave the room
Can we leave?
and head north.
Wow, we did. I thought we were
Ahead.
going to get trapped.
You see that the tunnel turns sharply to the left. You turn a corner and almost bump straight into 2 fierce-looking orcs, armed with morning stars and wearing
Combat.
leather armor. You are totally unprepared for them
Oh, no.
and struggle to ready your weapons. The orcs roar. And as you draw your sword, one of them swings its morning star at you, which thuds into
Wow.
your arm, knocking your sword to the floor.
We're unarmed.
You must fight them barehanded,
No.
reducing your skill by 4 for the duration of the combat.
Oh, that is bad.
Fortunately, the tunnel is too narrow for both orcs to attack you at once, so you fight them,
One at a time.
one at a time.
Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's attack the first orc. Right.
You
so
hurl yourself at your enemy,
is that mine? Not his?
fists flailing, and land a stunning blow.
Yes. Come on. Let's keep attacking him. What do we get?
You drop to the ground, sweeping away the orc's legs,
Did
Its
well, we
head
got
hits
12.
the ground hard with a sickening crunch.
Come on, come on, come on. Let's attack him again.
You duck under the orc's morning star, grab
Nice.
it, and ram its head hard into the wall.
Do we beat
The
him?
first orc slumps lifeless to the
Yes.
floor. So you turn your attention to the other.
Come on. Number 2. Let's go. Let's go.
The orc
That's a good
takes
roll.
a huge swing directly at your head,
Ooh,
but
it's a
you
duel.
duck just in time. Neither of you are harmed.
Okay. Let's go again.
You hurl yourself at your enemy,
What do we get? 16.
fists flailing, and land a stunning blow.
Okay, we just need to do one more attack, I think.
You parry, but your enemy is too
Oh,
fast,
no.
and you crack your head on the floor as it knocks you to the ground.
Your fists are sore from the fight,
That's got to be it.
but you pick up your sword and see if the orcs had anything of use. Inside one of the orc's pockets, you find one gold piece and a hollow wooden tube. You put your findings in your backpack.
I don't know what the
and
tube
set
is.
off west.
Interesting.
As you walk along, droplets of water again start falling from the tunnel's ceiling. Heading west, you see wet footprints made by the same boots that you followed earlier.
Who is going this way?
They lead to a closed iron door in the right-hand wall of the tunnel, but do not seem to go any further.
Interesting. Well, I think that is quite interesting, and that is the point why I'm going to go. And that's it for now. So, this is Deathtrap Dungeon. Really interesting game, the whole dynamics of the combat, along with all the attributes, and the fact that you can choose what you want to do. But yeah, this is Ian Livingstone's Deathtrap Dungeon. Let me know, do what you think of it, and if you would like to see some more of this on the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.